Good morning, YouTube, or some of you, it may be good evening, or in China, maybe good evening again, or in Australia, might be morning. Anyway, so long-awaited chain cleaning is to commence. So I thought I might show you some tips and stuff on how I clean my chain. So this is my second bike after all. So first step is, of course, some people probably be a little bit on this bike. I choose to take off this chain guard. So you're gonna need to take off this bolt, and there's a push pin right here, back over here, right here, push pin, just, you know, easy pop out in the middle. And then here's where it gets tricky. There's a screw right there, but it's in the way. So that's in the way, so you're gonna have to take that off. But in the grand scheme of things, it actually pays off, so don't fret there. And you're gonna have to loosen these bolts right here, these two bolts, so that you can take this thing off. So it's a pain in the rear. Do you have to do it? Probably not. You could just clean your chain doing this. On my old bike, I used to clean my chain like this, in between like this part and this part, so I would never get any overspray on the tire. You can do that. I'm going to be using some tinfoil. I put tinfoil over this so it doesn't get any junk on there. So without further ado, let's begin. Alright, now that I've taken off the chain guard, I've loosened these. I took off the thingy right there. So this is all exposed. This makes for a great cleaning area right there. You'll see why in a minute. Oh, this is exposed. This is nice. I'm going to be using this color thingy as a reference point, so that you don't have to keep on turning the wheel, the chain, you don't know what spot you're in. You always want to use a point of reference, either the Master Link, which in this case, the stock chain has this weird looking color. So, and then I'm going to be using a toothbrush over here to clean some of this out. And it doesn't hurt to take the time and clean some of the surrounding areas while you're cleaning the chain. It makes for easy maintenance, makes your bike clean, and don't be afraid to also take the time and take this off. It's not that dirty, so I don't think I'm going to take this off this time around, but it's always nice to clean underneath this mud flap thingy, you know, and then in between right there, the tire, you know, it's always good to clean your bike somewhere around this area. Keeps your bike real nice. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. Alright, things you will need: gloves. Cannot stress enough, gloves. Easy cleanup. Tinfoil. I already tinfoiled this part. Grunge brush. I have kerosene in there right there. I'm going to show you that. You can also use a degreaser on the chain instead of kerosene, or you can do both. Kerosene won't hurt it. Just don't use gasoline, or it's gonna dry rot your chain, because the individual links have rubber and it's gonna dry it out. Kerosene doesn't. So I got Maxima Degreaser chain cleaner. It's really good stuff. It cleaned a buddy of mine's chain really nice, because his chain was filthy nasty. So I'm probably not going to use this stuff this time, since my bike chain is not too dirty. You can see it right there. It's about a little more than 300 miles on this chain on what I did. My bike almost has 1,000 miles. The chain wax I'm going to be using is Maxima chain wax chain lube. This is a 13.5 ounce can, and it's around $11. It's really good stuff. I've been using this for 2 years, and I stand by this product. Okay, so I got this tinfoil in between my swing arm and my chain. I've used this method 2 times now, and it's great. So if I was using, say, the can of degreaser, I'd be spraying this with that little red needle thing right in this direction. And the spray would go down here, it would collect, and there would be no overspray, which is easy to clean up. Don't have to do, you know, take the time now to think about cleanup. So there you go. But with the kerosene, I'm going to show you, you can clean a chain with kerosene, and the kerosene is leaking through the plastic cup. Oh, that's just great. I've used this cup several times, actually. I also never use degreaser with styrofoam. The degreaser is going to melt the styrofoam. I learned that. So you would spray it. I'm going to be spraying the chain wax this way, though. So just when I'll show you. But I'm going to be cleaning the chain now. I'll show you hands-on how to do it. I'm going to I'm going to introduce my girlfriend again. Be a camera woman. And stop. Alright. With my trusty Under Armour sunglasses. So, also I forgot to mention, cardboard is your friend for cleanup. Look at that. This is from 2 years. All the my chain degrease is gone in. This is awesome also. So I'm going to start right here, using this link right here. You know, just got all the time in the world. Right? Yeah. So your first pass, I would say just dampen the chain with your kerosene. Now with degreaser, you don't really have to worry about it too much. You're going to spray on the degreaser first, and you know you want to put degreaser on the brush too. So you know you can do each which way, you know, 3 ways. And you notice now I forgot to put rubber gloves on my right hand. That's just, you know, idiot. So you want to make sure you wear gloves. And there's the link right there. And see, never forget these blue gloves. So you pretty much just want to keep on doing this. You know, which way and this way, you know, boom, boom, boom. You want to go this way, down. And then you can't exactly get this, the bottom side, so you want to come down here and do the same, repeat what I just told you. Just keep on doing that. Which way, every way possible for the brushes, you know. See the chain all sheeny and actually cleaner-ish. And note that the tinfoil is not moved, so that's a good idea. I'm gonna be using an old toothbrush to clean inside here. There's some debris right here, so I'm gonna be using a toothbrush to clean all this too. So that's a side note. Might as well do it while your chain guard is off. So after you feel that it's all good and clean and dandy, which I believe it is. Also, if you want, this is the front sprocket housing. You can take this off if you want and clean that. You don't have to do it every time, so don't bother with it every time. You can do it maybe every other one if you want, just to put up a rhythm to it, which I'll probably do that next time I clean the chain. So, you know, with paper towels, just, you know, come from here, start wiping it off. Now, you're not going to get every single dirt and grime off, but you can get most of it. And from the chain wax, I've noticed the chain wax will actually dissolve some of the grease on the chain too. So note that. So, you know, you don't have to get every single speck off, because the chain wax will just dissolve this too. So that's just another observation I've made over the time. So I'm not going to bore you with the details on how I'm going to be cleaning this. So, you know, you can clean the sprocket right here in between, and you come down here and clean the individual teeth if you want. You know, keep spinning like this. You know, just as added measure, you know, just some maintenance every time you clean the chain. It doesn't hurt. So, I'm not going to bore you, so... Alright, so for good measure, I'm just going to use some good old-fashioned degreaser. I feel that the kerosene didn't get some of the nooks and crannies because of the brush. I'm just going to redo it again. So, you know, this is a good... Let's just do this. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh shit. Sorry, my bad. I mean, I said kerosene's a pretty cheap way to do it. So you want to just, I don't know. I'd probably use kerosene on the brush, but then use degreaser. Because I've been using degreaser for a while, and I like it. So you just want to do that. You can see it pulling right there. Oh, yeah. Let's do this. This is how I do the chain wax, too. Why's that white on? So, see, nice and easy. This is going to make for good cleanup. I think my girlfriend's coughing because of the spray inhalants. I hope she's not getting too high off this. So, let me clean this up further and I'll get back to you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to blow dry. So after I clean my chain right here, you can see it nice and cleany. I decided that just using kerosene was not enough. So I went with the degreaser, and I recommend using the degreaser all the time. Even I can learn things. So you asked me, why do I have this blow dryer that looks old? Well, for this chain lube, probably for all others, it recommends you have the chain heated up more than likely when you're out running. So, you know, your bike. So sometimes, you know, in a cold morning, you want to clean your chain. What happens? It's always good to heat up the rubber in the chain. So, you know, I thought of an idea. Why not just blow dry the sucker? Blow dry the sucker. Heat it up, not too bad. I'm not sure what it will do if you heat up too much. So I recommend not heating it up too much. a light pass will do. I did this last time I cleaned my chain. I did this the last time, one other time, and it worked out really good. So, you know, you don't have to keep it on too much. So, you know, use your old blow dryer. So, after a new camera angle, let's do this. Brought to you by Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. F you, I'm eating. Okay, never mind. Just kidding. That was on Idiocracy. So, why not high? Actually, so with the master link or this reference point, I'm going to be doing this. So, always use a reference point. This speed, you always want, this speed is perfect. Alright, now my next step, I'll be putting on the chain lube. Alright, so you're using the point of reference right here. I got tinfoil. I cleaned this up already, so we shall begin. I already shook this up. So you want, I always like to take my time. You know, up one motion and then that way. Of course, someone's racing over there. Oh, it's a motorcycle. So just do this. That's how I do it. And it's gonna take away some of the grease that's on it too. Yeah. Am I spraying too much? I don't know. I don't think I am. It doesn't hurt to... Too little can be harmful probably too, you know. You want it nice and in there, nice and slow. So you want to just keep on rotating this. So pretty much after you get all this done, let it dry for it's recommended in the instructions 15 minutes to dry it. You can wait longer just to let it dry, let it sit there, let it soak into the chain. You also may want to spray it down there too, just so that it gets it on the bottom. So this is Shift Light, and thank you for watching.